Okay, so hi ladies.
Hi.
This is Natural Healing Ninjas and it is Earth Day today. What's the date today?
Today is the 27th.
27th of April
27th.
2025. Anyway, you ladies are doing some cool stuff here. What exactly is that?
We are trying to protect and educate people on sea otters in Morro Bay.
Okay. And why do they need to be educated on sea otters? Is there something?
Primarily because they think they're cute and don't realize that they're dangerous and wild animals.
You're kidding. They are cute, but
They are in the weasel family.
Okay.
And they are the most aggressive, probably, of all weasels. They can harm you worse than a sea lion, that cute little sea otter.
wow, I didn't know that. So do
Yes.
people go too close to them or something?
Yes, so
I don't know if you can photograph that.
Okay.
sea otters do not have any blubber. So the only way they stay warm is by putting a little air pocket inside their interlocking fur close to their skin. And then that's what keeps them warm in that cold water. Plus they have a fur coat with the most fur per square inch of any marine mammal. And
Okay.
so they're 1 million hairs per square inch on a sea otter.
Wow.
Yes, so that's why they were nearly hunted to extinction.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't want them. So if a kayak gets too close to a sea otter and
Okay.
it's resting and it's warm, it's going to get threatened and it's going to dive under the water. And when it's under the water, it's going to get cold. Now it has to come up, start all over again to try and build up that air pocket. And it's
okay.
using more fuel. Now it needs to eat more, and it's not resting enough, and it threatens their existence.
Wow. And what do they eat?
Here we have what's for lunch. So this tray, this plate, that's what sea otters eat.
Okay. So are they cleaning? Do they do too much eating at all? Do
No.
they threaten the
Absolutely
abundance at all? Okay.
not. They're a keystone species. So if we didn't have sea otters eating urchins,
Okay.
the urchins would take over and the kelp strongholds would disappear and the kelp wouldn't be there for all the fish and other wildlife. So otters eat the urchins so the urchins don't overtake the kelp.
All
What
right.
about the abalone? I noticed that they eat a lot of abalone and they disappear.
They eat abalone. You know, they do eat abalone, but they also have scallops and mussels and crabs and sea stars.
And the sea stars, yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of sea stars are coming back down up at the cove, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
We need the sea stars back.
Yeah.
But I'm
There's
wondering,
one particular sea star that was the most threatened. Not the ones that we see now, not the bat stars or the ochres, although they were all threatened. There was the sunflower sea star that was nearly wiped out.
Wiped out by what?
It was a combination of a disease and the warming water and some of those things that there's probably not enough data yet to say specifically.
Okay.
Everything is so interrelated.
Yeah.
You talked about the abalone. I mean, they were fished to near extinction. Pismo clams were nearly wiped out. It's the illusion of perpetual abundance.
Yes. And just rocking the boat basically takes them out and makes them like fishes them out or whatever they call it.
Rocking the boat.
As far as fishing too many of them, or like the clamming days, were there a lot of humans clamming at one point, and then you got the sea otters, and then you got a disease that just hits, and then it's
So it's like a cascade.
yeah. So it's just like not one thing; it's a combination. So what's the solution? Educating, making sure kayakers don't get close to sea otters.
Well,
And we have tourist boats, we have kayakers, we've got stand-up paddleboard, we have divers, we have fishermen. That's kind of our end of it.
Okay.
Is we monitor and try and correct them if they're making a mistake or observe that they're. We put all the statistics down on paper, and that goes to the state of California, and
Okay.
they keep track of that.
So, if someone runs into a sea otter, what do you suggest they do?
Keep their distance and
Okay.
observe.
Okay.
Respect the nap. That is our motto right here.
Okay. Let's
So
see.
if you see a sea otter resting, respect the nap.
Respect the nap. That's cute,
Do
you
not
guys.
disturb.
That's
all
awesome.
wildlife. People should not
You know,
be
you're
afraid
right.
It is
of
true.
wildlife.
Right, because wildlife, they think when you're coming at them, they got to defend themselves automatically, right?
People say things like, well, a bird could fly away. Well, that bird flew away because you got too close.
Right, sure. But that's a different kind of mentality instead of observing, appreciating the wonder and amazingness of all the animals.
So
And
that's what we encourage is
thank you.
stay away.
Right. Thank you, because I didn't know a lot of this. I'm learning so much today at Earth Day. I love it.
There's a lot
Thanks,
here
you
today.
guys.
It really is. All right, ladies, thanks for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.